Hey everyone, I got another 3D printed airplane. Came in a box with some peanuts and in this bag. It is made by an individual that goes by the name Ships of Cats. This person makes a bunch of ships and airplanes, but where's the wing of that? That's what I'm highly concerned about here. Let's find that first. Oh, there it is. It's actually on there. Well, I thought it was broken off, but they just had a canted angle. Alright, I can continue reading some Wikipedia stuff then. So, this is the 5th generation fighter. It's the first stealth fighter for the Russian Air Force. NATO calls it the Felon, but it's the Sukhoi SU-57. Internally, I guess, known as the T-50. It is the successor to the MiG-29 and the Su-27 flanker. It has a length of 20 meters, so wingspan of 14. It goes Mach 2, but it can also supercruise at 1.3 Mach. Supercruise means no afterburners. And this thing has vectoring, totally vectoring outlets, so it can do some crazy maneuvers. You can also see these front canards are in the down position right now. So a lot of different, ailerons, flaps, and whatnot. As you can see here, it's got 2 internal weapons bays, and that's what's also on this little deformed model. Some sort of, I don't know if those things are covered up or not, where those rockets are. Okay, well, let's see here. I'm gonna change the angle here so I can see through my screen what I'm doing. The width of this thing is pretty wide. It's I would say 11.5, no, around 12 centimeters or a little under 5 inches or so. Yeah, shorter than it is wide. And actually, I should probably get this stuff out of the bag too. There's a pilot there. Alright, starting at the bottom, I should probably get some tweezers because I have a suspicion these might be magnetic. Yes. So you got these 4 Russian rockets or missiles. I don't know if they're air-to-air missiles or what else would they be. Okay. Anyways, yeah, you got those 4. It's pretty neat. Little magnet there for that landing gear hatch. This paint job, I paid for this to be painted. It's pretty awesome. It's the digital camo is really neat, and yet the paint is so thin I can barely tell a height difference between these colors. Right? If I did it, there'd be a massive height difference because I'm horrible at painting. There's some decals for some sort of venting or something there. These things are gunmetal color. There's a little blue painted bump and some sort of optical window sensors maybe there. Some decal work here and here. Another grid of some sort. Some sort of different colored panel for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, nicely done. Maybe that was masking tape before and just pulled off after. Alright, well, the tips are a different color as well. Some indication of those front flaps there. Definitely stronger indication there. So some tiny panel gaps. And then we have the inlets to the engines. They're just white in there, the raw plastic, I guess. I was wondering if there was some fans in there. But no, the fans are, well, there are. They're just mostly visible from the back, as you can see now. Yeah, okay, so that's cool. Alright, let's see what else is going on. Some X do not step decals or something. I don't know what these white rectangles are for. A big blue bump on this here. And then we have a, I don't know why, there's a white dot. Some recessed black boxes. 511 and the Russian star. The tips of these wings are a different color as well. This one has some sort of protrusion, but this one does not, so quite interesting. Alright, so look at all these dotted lines on the wings. Interesting. I don't know what those represent. And do not step here things, but the whole thing is pretty much covered in it, right? Or just easy to access hatch markings. there's this thing again, but this time it's on the top. I don't know what those are. Please leave a comment if you know. And then there's also some black recesses here, but none on the back side. So what are they cooling off? Maybe the motors that run these things? These don't move, by the way. I thought they might have been magnetic so you could spin them. Alright, the nose is pretty sharp actually. I can see a little bit of ridging from the 3D print process. Yeah, there you go. And sadly the cockpit is very cloudy. I've seen much better from this individual. Bad cockpit right there. Just wasn't polished or something. You got this bump here. I don't know what that thing is. I don't know if it should be painted as well, the front end of that. I can't tell in that image I pulled up. So yeah, this clear 3D printed cockpit, sadly, it's very rough. You'd have to polish that out to make it more visible. But I don't know if I have the patience for that. There's a magnet there and some locating tabs. And so we can see inside here. Wow, that's really cool looking. Yeah, so they're just decals and all, but they look awesome, right? On all three sides. And then a yellow flight stick maybe, and some sort of box there. And then this green heads-up display there. But unfortunately it's kind of hard to see, through such a cloudy cockpit glass. Olive here for the seat cushions, and the rest of it's black. So we got this little tiny character painted nice, the black shoes. We got this mask. He's got a hose coming off of it. I think he's got some eyes. This black visor's tucked up there. The mask is got some nice details. Almost looks gray, but I think it's just thin black paint. There's this black back here and skin tone as well. Sadly, air pocket from the 3D print process. That happens all the time, so you gotta accept that. Let's see, get this guy in there. I think I'm gonna have to put some poster putty in there. It's gonna take a rattle around. Yeah, some black paint on the back of this thing for some reason. Okay, well, that magnetizes nicely. It's just sadly not very clear. So I guess I'm gonna have to always use this in landing gear mode because there's no peg hole stand, and I don't think there's room for one either, so not much you can do there. But I will quickly try to show you the flight mode with these blanking panels. Oh, that one's that might be tough to get out now. I don't know which one. Oh, this one goes in front actually with these, according to that bottom photograph. So that's the way it's supposed to look according to the photograph. So that's cool. And they do lay nicely. It's just that, how are you going to display it like this without a peg hole stand? It would look a little weird, but I suppose you could have a hole here in the engine and it'd be an offset stand. Or it would have to be redesigned and have this maybe smaller doors and have a peg hole stand right there in the middle in between the two. But alright, so I guess I gotta display with the landing gear. Or yeah, that's how I'm gonna have it in my collection. Those magnets are pretty strong, so I'm just trying to open it up, get a toothpick under there, then I can get that out. This front landing gear is pretty nicely done. Silver for the stanchion, a bunch of linkages, the little panel there, and the tires painted black. It's all 3D printed as one piece, it looks like. There's no magnet for the landing gear, so you might want to put some glue or putty in there. Not sure if that's really resting as much as it should be. It does look like it's got some recesses. Maybe those are headlights. Probably. Well, anyways, that's not falling out. So the rear landing gear, we got the door, this side tab, the stanchion, all the linkages, okay, and the tire. No magnet that I can see. I assume the tires do face outwards, so it has to go this way. You gotta align this rectangle. Not sure if there's too much paint on the rectangle. No, just leave it alone. It's just a tight fit, which is good. Just gonna line up the rectangle better. That one seemed a lot easier. But I gotta wiggle it in. Not sure what the deal is. That doesn't seem like it's going all the way in. Okay, size comparison wise, we have the F117 also by Ships of Cats, and also the YF23, the one that lost to the Raptor to become the F-15 replacement. So they're all in the same realm of sizing, I would say. Although the F117 is very tall, it's very exaggerated with the super tall cockpit, and I think possibly the figure is a bigger figure. Anyways, there's a review on both of these elsewhere in the channel. And then I'm going to show this F-35 by GWH. I don't know if I've posted the review for this, so it'll come if I haven't. And this could kind of fit in. It's a single engine, so these are all two engines, so this looks small, but I think it fits in pretty well into this display. This is a regular mass-produced model kit, you're gonna have to put that together or find someone that can pay to paint that for you. Okay, well, I think this is the only cartooned version of this airplane, so you don't have much choice. For me, there's two issues. The first being the cockpit. It's just so cloudy, that's not very good. And then the second is a really minor change, just adding a peg hole stand so you can actually have the thing in flight mode. But it would require, changing the CAD file a little bit. So, well, anyways, I'll leave a link, but this person only sells on Taobao, at least at the time I recorded this video. Maybe in the future they'll set up an eBay account or something. Although I'm not sure if people in mainland China can do that. Not sure. Alright, well, thank you. We'll see you around. Bye.